Well, good Saturday morning to you, and welcome to New Thought Talk. I am the Reverend Steve Walling from the Spiritual Awareness Center located in beautiful downtown Madera. I welcome you today. I've got a great show. I got to tell you, over the period of time I've had this show, I've had ministers from various centers around the Fresno Central Valley area, and I've had Reverend Lily Dale from New Thought Community, and she has a partner minister. They're one of two others that work with her that I've been trying to get on the show for a long time. And today, I got her. She's here with us today. It took a special event that she's going to tell us about during the show, but I am so glad to have her on the show. This is the Reverend Anna Lopez from New Thought Community. Anna, welcome today. It is wonderful to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Now that I got you, I want you to give me a little bit of background on the Reverend Anna Lopez. You came to New Thought how, and you ended up at New Thought Community how? Give me a little background.
Well, actually, New Thought came into my life with she was about 1.5, 2 years old, my little girl.
Mm-hmm.
So we were told about this church that was pretty exciting. It was very loving, very open. And so we went there, and I could not take my daughter away. So every Sunday, she would wake me up and say, "Mommy, we have to go visit our friends." And we've been there pretty much ever since.
She's not a little girl anymore. I've met her. Yeah.
She's 13. Yeah.
You were, she had something going last night. You were telling me. What was going on?
She is opening Little Mermaid, the junior company at California Arts Academy.
Whoa.
And she has a lead part tonight. So, yeah, this
Excellent.
Weekend and next weekend.
We'll plug it. Where's it at?
California Arts Academy.
Where at? How do we
It
get there?
is off of Blackstone and Shaw, the old Cynthia Merrill building.
Good deal. What time does it start?
7:30.
7:30. Be there. It's going to be a good show.
Yeah.
All right. So she got you interested.
Mm-hmm.
You started coming, and at some point you got bit by the bug.
I don't know if I got bit by the bug, but Spirit asked me to continue to come and to sign up for classes.
All right.
And so when Spirit asked me, I say yes.
Yeah, very
So
cool.
I said, okay, I have to sign up for which class? So Signs of Mind 1 came, Signs of Mind 2, and all the way down the line. And I loved it. It's very parallel to the Native American shamanistic path that I'm on.
And I was going to say, you have a background in that.
Yes.
Care to
So
share a little bit about that?
yes. So I started taking the classes, and then I recognized that this was also what the elders speak, the grandmothers and the grandfathers, who I go and visit quite often. And some of the talk really spoke to my heart. And every time a class came up, Spirit would say, "You have to be here." And I would say, "Oh, okay." And I absolutely enjoyed myself. And a little bit of kicking and screaming, but it was about, I'm a shaman. I can't be in a religious church. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
it's a powerful language.
it is.
And it speaks trans-denominationally.
Right.
Whether it be through traditional or shamanistic or the Eastern philosophies. And this is, for me, this is one of the things that, and I'll share with you a little bit. When I came, I've been on my own personal journey, like a lot of us are.
Right.
And I had been studying Ho'oponopono at the time. And I walked in, my wife and I walked in one Sunday morning up at the Positive Living Center up in Oakhurst. And as we walked through the door, and Reverend Angie up there starts talking about Ho'oponopono, I said, "Whoa, this is good stuff."
I love those signs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, it speaks to us. It opens up to us. And today, and what's going on in our world today, this is such a powerful and empowering philosophy in so many ways.
Absolutely.
And so now you've been with New Thought Community for how long?
We started New Thought about 4 years ago. And what happened was we lost our minister. and we wanted to keep it going for the kids. And the kids really pushed us again to create a community. So I wanted to create a community, be a part of creating the community for my daughter. She taught me every day.
Yeah.
I wanted to know how she would wake up every morning with this beautiful smile and happy to be here. I'm like, how does she do that? So that continued me on my path of the shamanistic approach of New Thought.
All right.
And I am excited to be here. They asked me to speak on a couple of Sundays. They liked what I had to say, so they asked me to join the ministerial. And I'm having a great time. I learn as much as I teach. I'm a teacher there at New Thought, and I love the community.
Good. Now, for people that don't know, where are you located?
We are located on Winery, 2060 North Winery, number 101. And that is off of Chestnut and McKinley. Right down the street from the Discovery Center. Hey, what do you know? The Discovery Center.
There you go. What are you going to discover today? So you have all sorts of programs going on there. I was looking, you've got a summer academy thing coming up. Tell us a little bit about that, because there's a lot of good stuff going on there.
Right. We have summer classes that we have many talented, special individuals that have many gifts. We will be making drums. We will have spiritual dance, spiritual beading, not the spiritual beading, I'm sorry. Breath work, we'll have workshops on breath work, just to name a few. But yeah, we have those.
And they can go to your Facebook page? Or
come to the Facebook page.
That's New Thought Community on Facebook? Is that how it's Good deal.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Now, there is an event. There's a big event that is coming to the Fresno area.
Yes.
And you are going to be a big part of it.
I am so excited about this. I'm so excited about this. We have summer solstice. So the crystal skulls have been an indigenous heritage of mine.
Okay.
So we're talking the Mayan and the Incas along the Peruvian line.
Okay.
Okay. So my family spans back that far. And the crystal skulls are an ancient tradition of awakenings that the ancient tribes have created crystal skulls in the form of a symbol of a human consciousness. Now what they do with the crystal skulls is put the intention, New Thought.
Yeah.
Our intention and sacred knowledge to be awakened at certain times of humanity, when humanity is ready. And they are awakening now, and we are so excited to bring this part of awakening to the Central Valley.
That's incredible. Now, this is a specific crystal skull that's coming.
Yes.
Care to tell us a little bit about it?
Carolyn Ford, who is the guardian of Einstein, is bringing Einstein, the crystal skull, to create a sacred ceremony for summer solstice. Now, we also have two other individuals coming, but this is what's amazing, is we're bringing music and light and color technology with Einstein. Now, we know that with crystals, the light and color are cosmic languages, cosmic downloads. So what's going to go on is we're going to present Einstein, and ITOM is going to bring in some very amazing music that will awaken certain knowledge for each individual. So that's going to be playing. We're going to have a color show go on. It's going to be pretty amazing.
Now, Carolyn Ford is the caretaker
Yes.
of Einstein. And Einstein, if my understanding is correct, he's one of the largest of the crystal skulls.
Right. He's a pretty heavy guy.
Pretty heavy guy.
Yeah.
And he's been around a week or two.
Yes.
Was it about 10,000 years or something like that?
It's hard to, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's hard to know exactly as to put a timeline on it.
Yeah.
Because I think they've been around since the beginning of time, if you ask me. So, right? And so he's been around a long time, but Carolyn has had him for over 20 years. And she has kept him to herself to learn and to connect, and see what the sacred message is.
Right.
So Einstein is now ready to come out and be a part of the Skullstis, the Crystal Skull community.
Right.
Yeah.
Very good. So we're going to be having Einstein here in the Fresno area, and he's not going to be here for just a day. He's going to be here for a period of time, right?
Right, right.
There's going to be several events that are going to focus around Einstein. One of them is going to be at New Thought Community.
Yes.
One of them is going to be at the Masonic Temple, correct?
Yes, Masonic Temple.
And then the other one is going to be out at the Spiritual Awareness Center located in Madera. If you look at your screen, we've got one of the banners up. We'll have probably another one through the show. But we've got this light program that's going with Einstein. Now, who's the fellow that's doing this?
Kirby Sied, I believe.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about Kirby and the energy and the vibrational stuff that he's bringing to this.
Kirby's pretty amazing. He's been traveling with crystal skulls and studying them and recognizing that there are sacred colors that bring messages with crystal skulls, as well as sound and technology. He has invented a holotope scope, which creates sacred geometric shapes. He's really cool. If you would like to go on his Facebook, Kirby Sied, S-E-I-D, and you would have a little bit more of a broader picture as to the holotope.
Okay.
He's going to bring that.
Cool.
And what it does is reflect certain sacred knowledge.
All right.
It's an awakening and a light show. Yeah.
Well, for us old hippies, like
Right?
always a good thing.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
But anyway, okay, so Kirby's bringing in the light, and Itom, now Itom, he plays a hang drum, right?
I think it's pronounced Hong.
Hong?
H-A-N-G.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Okay. Share with us a little bit.
So it is a drum that almost looks like a turtle shell. And the sacred vibration, when he starts to play, when you're sitting in a room, the last time he was here, I sat in a room with him and Einstein and the fellow Skullstis group, and my crown just about blew off. We call it, Reverend Lily calls it hair on fire.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's playing, and all of a sudden my crown is vibrating, and I am having an out-of-body experience, and it wasn't scary. It was so soft and soothing. It was pretty amazing.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's great. So he's going to be on stage with Einstein. And Kirby's going to be bringing the lights, and Einstein's going to be there, and we've got a group of people that are going to come to see this. Which is the first event that's going to take
We're
place?
going to open up. We have a mesa circle. It's called the Pachacuna Mesa, and we each have hoops. It is Peruvian.
Okay.
So the women of the wheel, I am one of them, excuse me, will open up the four corners in Peruvian language. And then we'll bring in Itom. And I'm not quite sure what he's going to do, but it's going to be amazing. If you go onto YouTube and look up Itom Lab, then you will see some examples of some of his music. He's also the website designer for Tool, the rock group Tool. So yeah, he's pretty amazing. So I believe that he'll come on. Kirby, who is traveled with many of the crystal skulls. He was a keeper for Shah Na Ra for some years. And he works with Michelle, let me get her name right, No Sereno, I'm sorry, who is now the guardian of Shah Na Ra. So he works, and he has a lot of knowledge with all the crystal skulls. He's also bringing an amazing amount of crystal skulls and crystals that have been downloaded with some of the Tibetan crystal skull, Shah Na Ra, and I believe Einstein will also have their own table there with some of the crystal skulls.
Now, will these be for people to look at, for
to buy, to
Oh.
purchase. We have tables of vendors that will be there. We will have some massage. We will have some Reiki. The Mesa Hoop women will have a mother drum that we will drum over you if we lay you down on the earth there on the floor. We'll have padding, and we have a ceremony where we drum and the drum rolls over you.
Okay, hold that thought, because
Sure.
we're going to talk about that drum in a minute.
Sure.
Right now, we're going to take our first break, and once again, time just gets away from us. So we'll see you when we come back.
Mike Briggs Properties has a very special historic property for sale that can be used as a home or as a business. This classic California craftsman historical home is located in the Tower District, Fresno High area. The interior ambiance displays a heyday of craftsman aesthetics, substance, strength, symmetry, and casual grace. Elegantly appointed mahogany and oak structural elements integrate form and function in a harmonious flow from room to room in this two-story, 4,500-foot home. The property also includes a nearly 800-foot two-bedroom apartment above the garage. This property is well suited for a professional office type of business or for a large family or combined living and workspace. The lot included with this property is park-sized with plenty of room for expansion or as a parking lot big enough to support a commercial business. For more information on this property, call Mike Briggs Properties at 486-6758. Mike Briggs Properties, 486-6758.
Double voice, Circle's choice, chuckling it on. CentralValleyTalk.com. We can all get along. Listen to the guitar play.
CentralValleyTalk.com.
Well, welcome back to New Thought Talk. I am the Reverend Steve Walling from the Spiritual Awareness Center, located in beautiful downtown Madera. My guest today is the incredible Reverend Ana Lopez from New Thought Community, and we've been talking about the Solstice event that's taking place in Fresno. And what I want to do this segment, Reverend Ana, is talk about there's going to be some other things going on during this event. When are these things going to be going on, first off? Is this when it's going to be located at New Thought Community or at the Masonic Temple? Tell me about
Well, the first summer solstice will happen at the Masonic Temple on Shields Avenue. And what's happening there is we will have vendors. Our doors will open Saturday, the 22nd. I believe it's 11:30.
Okay.
So please come and support our sponsors and the vendors. And tickets at the door are $45, I believe.
Okay.
If you'd like a VIP, I think there's some still left. That's $75.
Now, if I get a VIP ticket, what does that bring for me?
VIP means you are in the first 2 to 3 rows, so you feel the first waves going out from Einstein, from the holotope, sacred geometry, as well as some of the light show that we're going to have going on. So
Cool.
Please be very grounded.
Okay, so 11 o'clock, we got vendors.
Yes.
We at the last segment, we talked some of these vendors, Kirby and Einstein
will
are
have their
gonna
own,
their own tables.
Itom's
going to have his table.
Right.
Okay.
He has great CDs.
Okay. Now, he does, my understanding, because my wife is more into this. I'm pretty much just a straight science of mind guy, but she's a little more eclectic than I am. But she was telling me that Itom tones with his instruments, like he does the C sharp toning. Can you tell me a little bit about that at all? Or?
Right. What's coming onto the planet at this time is an awareness of opening up more of the knowledge in the earth. And what happens with that is what's been going on for many generations and many tribes is now being reawakened within each one of us. The sacred sound of voice, the healing, the toning, the drumming, the dancing, the music. This awakens certain knowledge within the body temple. I mean, you just can't help but be excited. I am so excited for it to come to the Central Valley. We've been waiting a long time to have this type of community circle.
Oh, that's
Right.
incredible.
So ITOM is also bringing some of his friends. There'll be other musicians there. I think a sitar will also come. So I'm excited. Who shows up is who Spirit calls.
Oh, that's great.
Absolutely.
So, Tom will have his table with his CDs,
Yes.
and we'll have various downloaded crystal skulls from Einstein and also from Kirby.
Yes.
Are there other vendors that are going to be there?
Yes, we'll have some Reiki
Okay.
tables happening. We will have the Pachacuti Mesa table. If you are interested in joining another hoop, we're going to start up another hoop with the Peruvian knowledge from Don Oscar, and we'll give you more information of that at the table. Now, New Thought has built a mother drum.
I heard. Well,
So-
actually, I know Vicky. And,
Yes.
And I know, matter of fact, Vicky was on my show last year.
Good. She's
And
amazing.
She's an incredible woman.
Love her.
And she'll probably be the one teaching the drum making at New Thought too.
She will also have a table there.
She'll have a table
Yes.
there. Okay, well, then definitely you got to go. If her drums, we had her out in Madera last year in drum making. Her drums that she teaches I've known Vicky for many years through my wife because they were associated with the Lynn Andrews
Yes.
organization. But when they started talking about having Vicky, my wife started talking about having Vicky come out and do drums. I didn't realize the process that she goes through, the ceremony and the sacredness in that drum making. And as intense and as incredible as that is, in making the mother drum that New Thought Community did, and that was a whole community thing.
Right.
Tell me about that. That was awesome.
We met for, I believe it was 3 days.
Uh-huh.
So, everything that we do there at New Thought is ceremony.
Right.
Our lives, when we awaken, is about ceremony. And so what happened was the Friday we got together and we started an intention. We started to chant, we started to sing, and we started to ask for the intentions for the drum. Not only for the community, but for what we wanted to see as a spiritual path, right? So then we started to write and draw pictures on the inside of the wood drum. And then the very next day, we started to bring more intentions, more people came, and we took out the raw hide. It was not a pretty smell. So what we brought, we had an intention with buffalo, and one side is deer. So both sides are covered.
Oh.
And the sacred totems that are awakening also now with the white buffalo.
Yeah.
White buffalo has been here for has been awakening, I think, about the last 10 years.
Something like that.
Yeah, I was able to visit the white buffalo.
Were you?
Out
Cool.
in Arizona.
Uh-huh.
So we did that for the Saturday, and again, ceremony and prayer. And we pulled the skin across the wood. And then we kept it in ceremony for a week, and then we came together again and awakened the drum, which means we can then, everybody brought their own drums. We would drum the mother drum into awakening, and then we would drum her. So now she sits in the front of our service every Sunday, and whoever wants to come and drum can come and drum on almost all the songs.
That's wonderful.
It's pretty amazing.
And you're bringing her to the summer solstice.
Yes.
And so someone that comes to this your table
Yes.
for this.
Yes.
Now this is the Peruvian
Mesa
women.
women.
Okay. And this mother drum has been created so that someone can lay underneath her.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so you're going to be doing a drumming over the top of those people.
Yes.
Tell me-
Rachel
that's
Frauenholtz has built a cage, not a cage, but a holder, so that it sits up above the body, free, expanded, in its own little circle on wheels. And you lay down, and we ask for the intention, or whatever spirit asks of us at that time, but it's it's always only about love, right?
Okay.
So we start the drum. There are several people that will move the drum right over you, and several people will drum.
Mm-hmm.
And then it'll go all the way up the chakras,
All right.
and then all the way up to the crown, and it goes all the way back down.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now we know.
We will ask for a love donation.
Very good.
Yeah.
We know in New Thought, one of the things that we understand is everything is vibration.
Yes.
You know, everything. So working with this incredible instrument that you have,
Yes.
that's got all this spiritual energy that you have helped to infuse in it and awaken in it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got to be an incredible experience to participate in having this done for you.
It's an incredible experience to lay upon the earth and to receive. But it's an even more incredible experience to be one of the drummers.
Oh.
It's I mean, almost to tears.
Yeah.
It's such a sacred ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The power of giving.
Yes, absolutely.
Very good.
Sharing.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good deal. I'm gonna have to make
Please,
an appointment.
Please do.
And talking about making an appointment, there is an aspect of New Thought community
Yes.
that is associated with the community, but it is also an entity in its own right.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me a little bit about this, because this is an incredible. It's just great. Tell me.
It's been a dream of mine, as well as other people in our community, to have a healing center, and I just love it. Started out with 4 practitioners. One who does craniosacral. He also is a psychologist. He's amazing, Dr. Edwin Ortiz Nance. We also had an acupuncturist, Mary Ortiz Nance, his wife. We have Reverend Connie Trice, who is marriage family therapist, also craniosacral. And then myself. I am a Reiki master, first-year pranic healer, as well as just a sacred spiritual path on the red road. And so the Native American and tribes have been speaking to me. I have been on the road for the shamanistic knowledge for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And so I also have an office there where we have the opportunity for saging and sacred ceremony. And I teach people how to meditate and relax. So it evolved.
Uh-huh.
Center for Harmony has evolved with New Thought Community
Right.
up to approximately 7 to 9 practitioners.
Mm-hmm.
So we have other Reiki practitioners, we have pranic healing, we have a new acupuncturist coming in.
And the Center for Harmony.
Mm-hmm.
Do you run regular business hours, or is it by appointment only?
It's by appointment with each practitioner.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I would get in touch with it. Do you have a separate contact information for that, or do I go through New Thought Community? How do I?
Well, yes, you can go through New Thought Community, but we're also in the booklet, the wellness booklet.
Okay.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
find
the-
information of us in there.
Right. Okay.
Mhm.
Well, that's great.
Yeah, it's great.
I was, Maureen and I were out at the New Thought Community. It was shortly before you moved into the new facility. That's been,
We needed more space.
yeah.
Isn't that great?
More space.
Expanding.
There you go. That's great. And you've been there, what, about 6 months now or something?
Oh, I think it's a little over a year.
Is
Oh, no,
it?
coming up on a year.
Is it really?
That's right, yes.
Time flies when you're
I
having
know,
fun.
right?
New Thought. And that's great. And it's growing.
Yes.
You know, that's an incredible thing. New Thought, you've heard me talk on this show many times about the personal empowerment. And when I talk about personal empowerment, it is not just feeling good.
Right.
It is in all aspects of our life. And, back in the day, way back in the day, and I can say that because I'm a lot older than you, but even before my time, at the Holmes Institute down in LA, I saw an ad recently that came out of a Science of Mind magazine that goes back to in the early 50s. And they had a healing center there.
Right.
And this is traditional to New Thought.
It absolutely is.
And it's an important thing. And we'll talk a little bit more about that when we come back. I'm getting the high sign. It is time for our next commercial break. Only 2 segments left. Stick with us. We'll see you when we come back.
Did you know you could buy a home in this foreclosure market for as little as $500 a month? If you want your kids to go to McLean High School, Scandinavian Middle School, or Erickson, take a look at this beautiful home, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. There's a beautiful rock wall to put a wood-burning stove. There's also a very open floor plan with another fireplace. The kitchen, you've got to see the kitchen. It has a beautiful snack bar for your kids to sit and do their homework while you're preparing the dinner. Under $500 a month. Call us and see if you're qualified. Call Mike Briggs at Mike Briggs Properties at 486-6758 or go to MikeBriggsProperties.com.
You can purchase this nearly new home near Kings Canyon and Fowler Avenues for as little as $800 a month. At 1,700 square feet, it has 4 bedrooms and 2 baths and a 3-car garage. It is located near Sunnyside Shopping Centers and has great access to Freeway 180. This home is located in the Clovis Unified School District. For more information on any of our properties, check out MikeBriggsProperties.com or call Mike Briggs Properties at 486-6758.
Hi, I'm Greg Rude, a local real estate agent working with London Properties. You might be thinking about buying or selling a property right now, or maybe you just have a question about real estate. I'd love to help you with that. Give me a call at 352-7716, and I can answer any questions that you might have. Maybe you've got a property that's upside down. Maybe you're interested in buying a bank foreclosure and have a question about that. Or maybe you just like someone to show you some houses that you're interested in or have a question about a particular property. Once again, give me a call. My name's Greg, 352-7716, and I'd love to help you. Thanks.
You're watching CentralValleyTalk.com.
CentralValleyTalk.com.
Well, welcome back to our third segment. This is New Thought Talk. I am the Reverend Steve Walling from the Spiritual Awareness Center located in beautiful downtown Madera. And today I have such an outrageous guest that has been with me, an absolutely wonderful individual, a great minister, a wonderful healer, and she's been telling us all about her New Thought Community Center here on Winery in Fresno and about the summer solstice. And we left the last segment, we were talking about healing and New Thought. And I wanted to touch on this a little bit further before we move on because, you know, there was a time when people, when I say people, I'm talking about the general population, recognized the power of spiritual healing.
Yes.
And it was not a alternative. It was, for many people, it was a primary approach to living a quality life of wholeness and health. Mm-hmm. And then with the advent of the pharmacology and the medical profession, you know, as a society, we got away from that. But as I said in the earlier part of the show, when we first got started, I so believe that this is our time.
Yes.
When I say our time, I'm talking about New Thought. And I've said many times, when I am a minister of religious science, but whether it's divine science or unity, and we have some of those centers here locally, but you know, it doesn't make any difference. This New Thought consciousness, this idea that there is a presence and a power in the universe that is for good, is available to each and every one of us. And through your holistic clinic, you know, you are empowering people and watching people go through this process. And that's got to be just absolutely incredible to participate in that, to see it unfold in people's lives and to see them go forth. You know, and this has been your dream. I'm in awe. That's absolutely wonderful. You know,
I am in awe. I am in awe too. How Spirit shows up. I simply said yes to New Thought, Ancient Wisdom. Who would have thought that, you know, somebody had a grand plan, and at some point along that line, we raised our hands and said, "Pick me." So I still wake up every morning saying yes.
That's good. Mm-hmm. How you wake up in the morning is very important.
I say the hello to all the angels that walk with me and thank you.
There you go.
Showing up.
Yeah, I usually wake up with I always wake up with a prayer on my, it's in my consciousness, you know.
Right.
Before, you know, even before I move the covers off. And it's just,
Right.
it sets the tone, the foundation for the day.
Right. And there was a day when I didn't know how to do that. But I just simply opened myself up and I asked, what is next for me? What can I say yes to create happiness and joy? And now I am in awe of how that continuously shows up for me every day, especially through this summer solstice.
Yeah.
This is an amazing time for all individuals around the world. Our Facebook is going crazy. We're having people from Eastern Canada, from Holland, from Chile, Mexico, Peru. The international indigenous grandmothers, the 13 grandmothers, have just come on and said they're going to be with us on solstice on the 22nd to pray also, not physically, but etherically.
Yeah.
And we invite all to the circle.
You bet.
Absolutely.
That's great. And that's on the Solstice Facebook website, right?
Yes, yes.
And then they can find a link from New Thought Community's website also.
Yes,
All
yes.
right, well, good.
Absolutely.
So let's get down to it, young lady. Let's talk about this solstice thing. We have 3 major events.
Yes.
They start next weekend.
Yes.
Okay. The date of the first one is.
I believe that they even start as early as Friday.
Okay.
I believe Tom, Kirby, and Carolyn Ford with Einstein will come to Central Valley Radio.
Okay.
So, and be interviewed by Chuck.
Okay. So they're going to be here, right here.
Yes.
On Central Valley Talk.
I believe so.
Well, be here. This
Yes.
is good stuff.
Right.
So that's next Friday.
Right. Saturday, doors open, I believe, 11:30
At the Masonic.
at the Masonic Temple
And
on
that's-
Shields Avenue.
On Shields Avenue.
Mhm.
Okay. That's the big. You can't miss it when you're driving down Shields.
Right, right.
Okay.
We will have vendors. The event will start at 1 o'clock and we'll go from roughly 1 to 4 o'clock. If we run a little bit over, we're on spirit time.
There you go. That sounds
Yeah.
good. And then the next event is going to move to your center, to New Thought Community.
Yes.
And that's going to be a very special event. Tell me about it. First off, what's it called?
We have an amazing event with our kids. It's called Amazing Oracles. This is a passion because we have our kids that are coming through without the same filters that we've held on to and have had to work so hard to let go of. So we have amazing children coming in, my daughter included, who has been with me and doing sacred ceremony of saging and sweetgrass and drumming. We have our drumming circles. Our kids are amazing. So we're having this event at New Thought Community where the kids can be able to touch Einstein, ask questions. Carolyn's going to be there. Tom is going to bring his drum, and he's going to share with them about vibration, sound, music, and just so we can gather the community of our big lighted little bodies and support them on this path. We have to search far and wide for our own paths. I don't want it to be so hard for our little ones.
The world on so many levels is unfolding. And I have a personal stake in this, but I believe
Yes.
in all my heart that what's unfolding in the world has a heart and a center in the Central Valley right here.
Right?
With you guys, you ladies, with us out in Madera. I believe, at one time, New Thought was a large part of the spiritual makeup of America. Around the turn of the 19th to the 20th century, there was a big upsurge. And it went away for many reasons. But now, as I say, now is our time. And we're seeing it grow right here through this level of consciousness that you're bringing.
Absolutely.
That Reverend Michael's bringing at his center, and Kathy Landis now at her center, and the Oneness Center. They're looking for a new minister there. It's just, so many things are going on. This is just incredible.
Yeah.
And the focus that you have on, you do have a great deal of focus on the youth and on, bringing things for kids, and that is so important.
It is.
Yeah, because you're right. We didn't have this stuff available to us when we were
We have
little.
to travel.
Yeah.
Let's go to Sedona. Well, let's create.
Let's go to Fresno.
It's
That's
kind
it.
of, it's funny, but yes, come to Fresno,
Yeah.
come to Fresno.
I grew up down south, you know, it used to be go to Fresno had a whole different meaning. But now come to
Right,
Fresno because it's a
right.
great spiritual center.
We have individuals coming in from Canada, coming up from Mexico to come to Fresno to come be a part. Yes.
That's incredible.
Yep.
And okay, so that's going to be on Saturday.
Yes.
And-
And then the Amazing Oracles is Monday from 6:30 to 7:30, excuse me, 6:30 to 7:30 at New Thought Community. We're going to have little sheets for the kids to be able to draw, share what they see, what they feel. I believe that they will be able to play the hong. So,
All right.
hmm
What a great deal. Now, for kids, that's ages
I
17 was the high end, I
I
think.
believe 17 was the high end. It says 7, but my daughter was taking me to New Thought by 2 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not saying no to someone bringing in their 3-year-old, I believe.
Uh-huh.
We said yes to someone bringing in their 3-year-old.
Outrageous.
You know, they came here for a reason. They said yes.
Mhm.
Let's support them. Let's say yes to them.
And there's something that's coming up with the younger generation, an energy, a level of consciousness.
Yes.
You know, and the world is changing, and it's
Right.
changing because of this consciousness.
Right. Religious Science has these amazing camps
Mhm.
that have integrated many spiritual communities and religions. It's amazing. I've been to the youth summer camp,
Did
the
you?
teen camp, and because of them, I will do whatever I can to support our teens.
That's great.
Absolutely.
That's powerful. And just an aside, because you mentioned the word teens, in my time, and when I
Right.
say back in the day, it was my
Right.
time,
Mhm.
we didn't have the issues that teens have today.
Mhm.
I mean, we had our issues, but it was no big thing, so to speak. Today, little things in my time are big things today because of social media, because of so many different things going on in society. More than ever, our teens need the support and the encouragement and the resources that New Thought, Ancient Wisdom, philosophy, science of mind,
Right, right.
and our leadership can bring to them, so that when they come into their adulthood, they're going to bring such an incredible energy with them.
Right, right. There's an awakening that happens with every generation. Mine, I didn't have this Facebook and all the multimedia also, right? So, but I still had to fight to find out who I was,
Yeah.
right? Or to be okay with being the expressive person creatively. And I don't want it to be so hard for them. They're finding different avenues, which I think is amazing. Let's give them the tools to create that inner consciousness to be expressed out.
Did we get the next event is the Sacred Journey event. And we put that up. Now that one's going to be in Madeira.
Yes,
Surprise.
I'm happy about that one.
Yeah?
So we're going to do sacred ceremony there with Carolyn Ford.
All right.
Right.
Well, I'm going to be there, of course, but why don't you tell everybody about what's going on?
Well, we love to get together and have sacred ceremony. So anytime we have an opportunity to circle up, we do.
There you go.
Right? She's going to bring in, I believe, the Hawaiian ceremony of sacred chant. So that I'm sure there will be drumming there.
Good deal.
Yeah.
And that takes place on Friday night.
Friday.
A week from this Friday.
Right.
So that's Friday, I believe it's the 28th.
The 28th
is the
from
date.
7 to 8:30.
From 7 to 8:30.
Right.
Okay, and that's located out in Madeira, 218 Southeast Street. If you're familiar with it, it's right across the street from the big post office. I know the place, been there many times myself. It's a very welcoming place, and we look
Yes,
forward to...
we love your space.
Well, thank you. I like yours too. That's very good. So it's about time, I think, we're going to cut away to it is our last commercial time. Where does the time go? So when we come back, we'll visit for a little bit more, and then we'll close out. I'll see you on the other side.
Fat Man's Alley, Hungry Howie's, and Scoops Ice Cream. Tower Health Food, Samba Steakhouse, Mike Briggs Properties. There's Tower Market, Farmers Market too, Kuka's and Landmark, Mr. Sushi for you. Chicken pie shop, Fulton's Foley, Palomino's, Spinner's Records, Tower Bike Shop, Irene's To Go, Bobby Sal's Restaurant, The Perfect Blend and Million Elephant, H&R Block, Starbucks Coffee, Piemonte's, Roger Rocca's Dinner Theater, The Second Space, Tower Tattoos, La Tienda, Me and Ed's is the place, International Furniture, The Review Cafe, Teasers Realty Market, Love Oak knows the way, Typhoon Restaurant, The Game Preserve, and Bia Bay, Sequoia Brewing, Russo Restaurant, Tower Clocks Today. Come to the tower, there's so much fun for everyone. Every morning, every evening, ain't we got fun?
You're watching CentralValleyTalk.com.
CentralValleyTalk.com.
Well, welcome back, everybody. This is our fourth and final segment for New Thought Talk. I am the Reverend Steve Walling from the Spiritual Awareness Center located in beautiful downtown Madera. And my guest today is the lovely Reverend Ana Lopez from New Thought Community. He's located on Winery in Fresno between McKinley and
Chestnut.
Mm-hmm. And
Clinton. Sorry.
We've been talking about summer solstice. We've been talking about her center. We've been talking about her. It's been a great day. I really enjoyed this. Before we say goodbye and part for the day, is there anything that is coming up that you want to share, or are there numbers that you would like to people to have? What time is your celebration on Sunday?
Oh, that's a good question. Our celebration on Sunday starts with a meditation at 9:30, and I believe that I will be leading that. And our service starts at 10. We generally go from 10 to 11. If we're having so much fun, we might go a little bit over. We have some great music. We have a great band. And that Sunday following the summer solstice, we will be doing a despacho ceremony, which is the Pachacuti Mesa ceremony of the sacred hoop. So come and see us.
And you do have great music out there. As a matter of fact, we had Lotus Rising on the show here. Oh, it's been a while back with Reverend Lily, but and through Reverend Lily and her work with the Bridge Choir, I've had them out at our center recently for some event that was happening out there. And the guys are really great. It's wonderful to be associated with such wonderful people. It's really great. This summer solstice is going to be incredible. You guys are doing great work here in Fresno.
Thank you. We are so excited. Fresno, come out. Like I said, we usually have to travel across the United States or even San Francisco or LA to come to a great conference of like-minded, higher consciousness beings. Come out. Let's have some fun.
Good deal. Reverend Ana, I want to thank you so much for joining me today. I'm glad I finally got you. It took a while, but it's been a great show. Okay?
Thank you so much.
And we're going to have you back.
Please do, yes.
Oh, you bet.
I'll try.
There you go. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Okay. So, here we are. Gosh, once again, we are at the end of our show, and the time, like I say, it just goes by so fast. I can't hardly believe it. But we have viewers that watch our show from many different places, and although we want you all to come to Fresno and come to Madera to visit this great spiritual hub of New Thought that is growing and burgeoning here, a lot of you won't be able to make it. So I want to direct you to a couple of things that will help you on your spiritual path. First off, if you're outside of the local area here, I know you're watching the show via computer, so you have computer access. There is a link that you can go to, and that link is findacenter.com or .org. One word, no spaces, Find a Center. If you go there, you'll see a map displayed. On that map, if you just take your cursor and scroll over whatever area of the world you are located, and click on it, it will come up, and then you can work your way down, and you will be able to find the center that is located nearest to you. And for some of you, that might be right down the street. For some of you, it might be, a little bit of a ways, but it will be the one that's closest to you. The people that put together Find a Center is an organization called Serving New Thought that is manned by many, many volunteers, and they work very hard, very diligently to see to it that all the New Thought community centers throughout the world are included on that. So if by chance you happen to go there and you know of a center that's near you that isn't on Find a Center, shoot them a line. They have contact information on their page, and that center will be incorporated, because we want every New Thought Ancient Wisdom center available to everybody in the world. Not every center is exactly everything that everybody wants, so there's a little variance, but the general New Thought philosophy works for everybody in an incredible and empowering way. The other thing is that you can start right now today. As soon as the show's over, if you go to newthoughtlibrary.com, again, that's one word, you will find there, you can search either by book or by author. They have an incredible listing of New Thought books from our early pioneers in New Thought. You'll find books by Charles Fillmore, his wife Myrtle. You'll find books by Ernest Holm, his brother Fenwick Holm, Ralph Waldo Trine, just the ladies that founded Divine Science. Was it Fanny Brooks and Melinda Kramer? Just all sorts. It is a wealth of New Thought information, and the information that's there on those books is as valid today as when they put pen to paper many years ago. So if you're out there in the hinterland, so to speak, and you are looking for some place to go to really get a feel and understanding for what New Thought is, you can start there, and it's available free to anybody and everybody. It's just an incredible resource. So I want to direct you out there. Also, it does take a few dollars in the way of abundance to run this show, and if you want to make a donation, you can do that. There's a link on the Central Valley Talk page. You can also go to my webpage at maderasac.com, and we have a donation page. Make your donations out specifically to New Thought Talk so that we can credit accordingly, and it is tax deductible for you. You can support where you get your spiritual good, and that's also a good thing. And I think that's about it. I'm going to cut it out at this point with my closing affirmation for each and every one of you that have taken time to watch the show today. May the light of God surround you. May the love of God enfold you. May the power of God protect you and the presence of God watch over you. For truly, wherever you are, my friends, wherever you are, God is, and all is well. Thank you. Make it a great week, and blessings.
Welcome to Johnny's Porch.
that.
We have been
I
doing this
thought
for
about
a
that.
year. My memory of the porch is that it's very much where women rule. It was almost a throne.
You going like that?
Oh, I'm circular. See, Southern folks are circular. What you said, preach. You want me to preach? Love sharing. Those things and those things that'll make you stronger and better and go for. I ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. Turn me around. Hey, turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody. Okay, no more drama. No more. to myself. I said, self. Myself said, yeah.
That was a good one.
That was good, girl. I'm good. I'm going to use become the best reflection of yourself. And what was that? The one God intended all along. We're going to get there together, I promise. Thank God for the folks.
If you're looking for a home in the Central Unified School District, this 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,658 square foot home is near Clinton and Cornelia. It's walking distance to El Capitan Middle School and about a mile from Central High School. The property should qualify for FHA. We show this house on Saturdays only. We have open houses each Saturday at 1 p.m. Follow the Mike Briggs Properties open house signs any Saturday at 1 o'clock. For more information, give us a call at our office, 486-6758, or go to MikeBriggsProperties.com.
You're watching CentralValleyTalk.com.
CentralValleyTalk.com.
I am a monster. I will never back down.
I am part of a tradition.
I got green in my veins. I'm ready to go.
I'm a monster.
This is our team.
This is our town. This is our barn.
This is our time.
I am relentless.
I will never get tired of the goal song.
I'm ready to go.
I will never quit.
I am a monster.
I am a monster.
I am a monster.
Watch Tim Thiessen live Wednesdays at 3 p.m. right here on CentralValleyTalk.com and on digital channel 33.2. If you missed the live broadcast, we're on every Wednesday night at 11 p.m. on Comcast channel 200 and digital channel 43.5. You don't want to miss this.
You're watching CentralValleyTalk.com.
CentralValleyTalk.com.